So we have some pretty interesting news as far as it goes for America. The backbone of America, which is the truck drivers who move freight throughout this country, are facing layoffs. The ports, the one in LA, the ones all around the US, are basically receiving their last shipments from China. So what that's going to do, it's going to cause a slowdown in these trucking companies and the companies that transport the goods to America. We're hearing today that these truck drivers and these freight companies could lose over 50% of the freight within the coming weeks. So if you are a truck driver, if you are someone in the transportation industry, please do your due diligence and prepare, as these shortages will hit America in the coming 2 weeks. So basically all that means is drivers and anybody in the transportation industry, be mindful of your spending for the coming weeks. We're not sure how long this dry spell will last.
What does the port strike mean for truckers and the trucking industry? Let's talk about it. Our port truck drivers, yeah, they ain't working neither. So all of my drayage drivers that were running those containers from the ports, baby, everything has come to a halt today. What choices do they have, right? What are they going to do? Well, you either go on unemployment or you enter into the spot market, meaning what? They get their ass on the load boards too. If they're prepared, they could also just park their trucks and wait it out. Coach G, what happens if those port drivers or those port truckers come into the spot market and get on the load board? Well, baby, what happens is truck volumes and capacity start to go up. With there being so many trucks in the market, baby, guess what then happens? Brokers have more options, and what happens to the rates? They go down. Coach G, what pieces of equipment will be affected? Baby, reefers are gonna be affected, dry vans are gonna be affected, and some of our flatbeds may be affected too if they can't get the materials moved that they need to do all the infrastructure, construction, and building that they do. So the truckers who are already barely surviving, what happens? They end up going out of business, closing their doors, parking their trucks, losing equipment, all of the regular things. Coach G, you telling me I'm gonna lose everything today? Fret not, my baby, because if this doesn't go on past a week, nobody will probably feel anything other than a few adjustments, a little bit of backlog, and everybody gets back to work. If this goes on after a week, child,